Donald Trump just did a Twitter space with the crypto bro of crypto bros, Frijole. And I say that not in a bad way at all. I think Frijole did an amazing job in the interview. Elon Musk reposted the interview. Honestly, the Trump Foundation, everybody in the space had a lot to say about crypto. NFTs particularly was mentioned a lot more than I expected it to, and just DeFi in general. However, the point of this video isn't to recap that space or talk about all the things that they talked about. I want to talk about this Trump token that they announced, which is the WLFI token from the Trump family.
There will be a token.
Okay, so here's how we're going to structure the rest of this video. I am going to play this full minute-and-a-half clip later. I'm going to get into exactly what this token is. That way you don't have to listen to the whole thing if you don't want to, but if you want to listen to the whole thing, you can just watch the next part and then watch the end of the video. So this is the WLFI token. It's the WLFI. It's got really weird tokenomics that I want to talk about for a second. There is going to be a 63% allocation to a public sell, a 17% for user rewards, and a 20% for the team compensation. There's one thing not included in this that's extremely important. Also, be very careful. Don't click any, apparent token airdrops or any sort of links that you see in the next few days, weeks, or whatever regarding this token. It's going to be from the official pages, and just be very careful about that. With all that being said, the one major thing that's being left out here is this token is actually non-transferable, meaning that if you buy it, let's say you buy into the public sell of 63%, you can't actually sell that token. It's a foundation token and it's a governance token. So actually he did include it here. It'll be a non-transferable governance token, meaning you can vote on different structures and ways. Ironically, you can vote using this token on, how the platform does and everything like that, maybe on some big decisions, but you will not be able to sell it. What I think is interesting here and speculative, while I'm not encouraging anybody to go buy this, I'm just covering it and talking about it, is why is there a 20% team allocation for this? It says compensation here, but I believe it's a 20% team allocation, meaning that if I'm correct, they're going to get the same allocation as we get. Meaning if they get 20% of the supply, why do they even want that if they can't sell it or do anything with it? Well, I think I have an answer to that after discussing it with quite a few people. And this is just kind of speculation again. I was kind of going back and forth with Cirrus earlier. And again, not too sure. So here's kind of what he came to. He said sell 63% of the supply. He seems to be a little bit more pessimistic than me. Sell 63% of the supply up front at an absurd valuation. Create a proposal. This is the important part. Create a proposal to make the tokens transferable. So in other words, if it's a governance token, you can say, well, we want to propose that you're able to sell this token now. And they also did give a disclosure of, things might not change. Everyone will, of course, vote yes, please pump our bags. And then they can then dump the 20% of supply on our heads. That being said, I'm a bit more optimistic on this. Again, nobody knows. We're all just kind of like, bouncing back and forth here. I think that they probably did allocate to partners, advisors, Rug Radio, all these other people. This is just a guess. I don't know. Rug Radio did an amazing job. Frijole did an amazing job. But so I'm not talking about them specifically. But if they did allocate too much, then maybe they would dump at an insane valuation, because why would they not if they got a certain percent of supply and were able to do that? I do think this next part's important. I think that if they do propose it to be transferable, it will be if Trump is president, because I don't think he'll have as much pushback. Whereas right now he'd have to go through legal loopholes and probably maybe not even have the ability to make it transferable. Maybe that put them too much at risk, again, transferable buy and sell. And if he's president, then he could create a proposal to, make you to where you can buy and sell it. And then they're going to pump it to Valhalla and maybe they dump. I don't know. That's just something we'll have to find out. But I did want to talk about this. I thought it was pretty important because, again, this is the official Trump family launching a token, WLFI. With all that being said, let's go ahead and listen to the clip together. And that way we can get the full context of everything I just went over. So without further ado, let's listen to this.
Cash your tickets. The answer is yes. There will be a token. Because I knew you were going to ask me about this, I prepared a written statement that I'm going to read that, I'm going to give everybody a little bit of context and make sure that they understand exactly what the token is about. So Okay, so at World Liberty Financial, we believe that it is important for there to be broad-based participation in the direction of the World Liberty Financial platform and decentralized finance as a whole. And we believe that a governance token is the best way to seek to achieve that outcome. Therefore, we're planning to sell and otherwise distribute governance tokens called WLFI in the future. WLFI tokens are pure governance tokens, only providing the right to make proposals and vote on matters related to the platform. WLFI will be non-transferable and do not provide any right of any economic rights, such as dividends or other distributions. And we only want eligible people who actually plan to engage in the direction of World Liberty Financial governance to purchase the token. So this means not people that are motivated simply by an expectation for resale for profit. And a quick reminder that although we are sharing these plans now, this discussion here that we're having is by no means intended to be an offer to sell or a solicitation of an offer to buy tokens anywhere. Any such offers and sales, if and when commenced, would be done through a specific token sale with token sale terms and a separate announcement through our official channels. So long story short, yes, there will be a token. Make sure you're following us on our official Twitter.
Which is co-host of the Twitter Spaces
which is the co-host.
Awesome. So you heard it there. There was two things that he said that I forgot to mention. He said people that align with them. I think that's the way he said it. I also heard that it's going to be accredited investors that are going to be allowed into the public sale. I'm not sure if that's confirmed or not. And he also said it's not going to be a redistribution, meaning like you're not going to buy the token and then kind of get reward, or there are token rewards, but you're not going to be able to get dividends off of it. Again, that could be something that a proposal in the future could change. That could be something that's liable to change. Right now, I think there's no shot at that, obviously, because of the amount of legal loopholes that's not even available yet. So with all that being said, that's kind of everything you need to know currently about the WLFI token that is by the Trump Foundation. If you made it to the end of this video, then I want you to comment down below, let's say cookie, and I'll see you guys next video.